Welcome back. Now, although it's opened, it's not an excuse for people to sit around watching a bunch of dirty pictures. The second annual Erotic Art Week opened in Woodbrook, and curator Dave Williams spoke to WE News about the value the community has from free art and encouraging people to think for themselves.
The actual start of the exhibition, where the shows would be open, is tonight from 6 p.m., where you can go to any of the venues and see the work. It was that we went to business people and recreation spots, bars, and etc. And it was very interesting. It was a discovery that we made. We discovered more a sense of community than anything else. As well, what we do is that we the curation of this show, it's not a big fine art project because it's erotic art. So what we're encouraging, put the work up and let the public decide what they think is art or good or erotic or not. We don't want to make that decision, and I don't think we're actually qualified to, because the discussion of erotic art in Trinidad is pretty young. So we don't want to start over-editing. So the range of work is quite incredible.
Now we move from art that promotes discussion to art that depicts the struggles of people. Since the earthquake, Haitian artists have continued to find ways to keep creating. Artists, in fact, have a major role to play in the rebuilding of Haiti.
Painter Prince Luke, single parent to 2-year-old Samara, was one of them.
After the earthquake, I didn't really know who I was anymore.
On the day of the earthquake, he had left his studio early and gone home. He just had time to grab Samara and run as the house he had spent years building collapsed around them. He also lost almost all his paintings buried in the rubble. But while Prince Luke and Samara's lives were saved, the future of Haitian art lies in the balance. Much of Haiti's precious artwork, a symbol of hope for this impoverished nation, was lost in those 35 catastrophic seconds.
This collection here is where you find all the works of the masters of Haitian painting, the great artistic movement that was born in 1945.
The Musée Collège de Saint-Pierre once housed one of the most important collections of Haitian art in the country. Despite efforts to save the paintings, for many it's too late. But some believe that art will play an important role in the rebuilding of the country.
Economically, culture can save this country because it has an enormous amount of talent in all ways.
And Prince Luke believes that nurturing young Haitian talent is vital for the future and an important part of the country's healing process. Several days a week, he volunteers at the Jacmel Art Creation Foundation for Children, which provides a refuge and a diversion for poor children traumatized by the earthquake.
We should demonstrate what we have experienced, and that's why they are working on the walls, with their impressions, their feelings, with their fear.
Prince Luke, too, is struggling to comprehend the catastrophe through his art and is finding a new style.
Before, I preferred the colors that spoke of life, that have more elements, that are more joyful, because I love gaiety. There's too much death, too much havoc, too many things have happened in front of me. I've gone back more deeply into that darkness. There is a tiny bit of color that remains. Because I think that if there is life, there is hope.
We shift now from Haiti to Tobago. The Tobago Heritage Festival kicked off last weekend in the Sister Isle. Here's Joma Williams with a guide to what you need to know to have a true Tobagonian experience.
From the 16th of July to the 1st of August, the Division of Community Development and Culture will host the Tobago Heritage Festival. According to the division, this year's theme, Tracing Footprints, breathes life into legends. Tobagonians have felt for many years that the heritage has not only become monotonous, but that no improvement or development is evident in the quality of presentations and productions, from lack of professional lighting to poor stage management, acting and directing, among other things. However, the THA has held meetings with the various village councils in an attempt to deal with these concerns. The basic pillars of the Tobago Heritage Festival are the villages in Tobago, who seek to depict an aspect of their cultural heritage left as footprints by their ancestors, thus ensuring continuity and preservation. Once again, Tobago's cultural traditions are shared and documented as villagers demonstrate their history in food, dance, song, or combination of all of the above. Tobagonians are very proud of their culture and history, which is reflected in the many presentations at the Tobago Heritage Festival that occurs every year. Villagers from different communities come out in their glory to perform with folk singing, dancing, and feasting, dressed up in traditional costumes that depict village life from the early 1900s. During the year, each community has its own festival. Each village has different events which range from old-time mass, old-time dance, old-time wedding, limbo and jig, all the way to stick fighting. The festival is by far the main event on the Tobago cultural calendar. It is considered and accepted that the Heritage Festival is to Tobago what Carnival is to Trinidad. During the entire festival, visitors and returning Tobagonians are able to visit the many quaint and friendly villages and experience their way of life, language, and varied oral traditions, culture, dances, music, environment, and of course, their culinary delights. The Tobago Festivals Committee invites all to come and experience a renewal and remembrance of footprints, even as new footprints are created for future generations. This is Jomo Williams for WE News.
That's it for tonight. Thanks for joining us. Remember, we're always looking out for your news and events. Email us wenews@gailtv.com or pick up the phone and give us a call, 628-1011. Have a great evening. Thanks for watching WE News on Gail the Channel. I'm Cindy F. Daniel. Good night.